Hi there everyone, and we're back with another video. You might remember we done the 757GX for Dermot, and I gave him a doublet type aerial, and you need something to tune it with, so we found this tuner. It's a homebrew job, and it needs a few little jobs before it's ready to go to him, so let's pop the hood and I'll show you what we're on about. Now, as usual, when something comes in the post, something happens. So we have to fix that. Whoever made this thing, it's incredibly well made, but they had a very strong faith in glue. So let's have a look at the rest of it. So it's quite well made, and nice big caps in there. This one is homemade. This variable capacitor is homemade, and over the look of it, plates are all cut by hand and they're spaced with washers. And we have a roller coaster inductor. Now, said roller coaster knob, it came with this little gadget. There's a little handle for that. I have a few bits taken off it already. This was glued on here, of course, and it arrived in the box with this rattling around, and one of the legs, which were cut down pieces of plastic pipe. You know, someone went to the rounds of making that and kind of skimped then when they got to the end, but never mind. We'll do a few jobs on it and get it looking well. It's a nice mechanical drive with a little indicator on them there. So we'll do a few jobs on it, as I said, and we'll make a few labels for it and stuff, and make it a bit more presentable looking than what it is. So what we did was we just took a little piece of steel, and as I said, this end was already threaded, and we just put a light little self-tapper in there, and the handle. No, that's just temporary. I need to get a nylock that'll fit the back of that, and off you go. So you get the idea, because this thing seems to be a bit of an ornament, whatever the deal is. So that works. Well, once we get that painted and whatnot, it won't look too bad. It's a bit easier than it was, and no matter what you tried to do with this thing, it wasn't going to work. Most definitely glue wasn't going to work anyway, and the throw on the handle and this is a bit longer anyway, so here's a little bit more cranking power. The busted leg, I have two legs there that I'm going to put on it, and I'll put two lower legs on the back, which will kick the front of it up another bit, which will make it easier to wind the handle. So next job now is to fix down this. Now he has them. I don't know if they're plastic or ceramic. I'm not sure what they are. I'll have to whip out the cap and have a look. If they're plastic, I can make a couple of brackets and bolt it down. But if they're ceramic, I'd be afraid to drill them. Mind you, that's ceramic there, I think. Or is it plastic? I'm not sure. I won't know till I get it out, so I'll take that out now and have a gawk and see what the story is. But the case is very well made, but I have a suspicion the case is a recycled case from something else, because you've all them bolt holes in the bottom, and that looks suspiciously like an amplifier RF deck to me, with all those holes drilled in it. Now I could be wrong, but none of those holes are used for what's inside it. with the exception of these ones here. They're holding in the roller coaster inductor. So let's get this out and get it fixed. So it's back together, and it's got the new legs on there now. They're screwed on. Lower legs at the back. Kick it up a bit, and we fix this lad. So I had that out and lubed it all up. So I got this indicator working here. What was wrong with it was skipping, and the reason it was skipping was they had it packed full of like a really coarse grease. It was very kind of gritty kind of stuff, whatever it was, and it was causing the little gear that sits inside this little planetary gear to bind up on the outer pinion. So cleaned it all out with WD-40 and give it a light drop of machine oil just to lube it up, and works fine now. Oh, that's that. So I'm gonna whip this off and prime it and paint it, and we'll do some labels for it, and we'll label it up on the back as well. And it's finished. So all back together, lid on and the whole lot there. The only thing I have to do is the labels, and I've ran out of Dymo tape, so I'm waiting for some of that to come, and that's it, done. So there you are, Dermot. Hope serves you well, and hope you're happy with it. So fairly solidly built ATU, and should do everything you want it to do. So the handle there is painted black, and painted the screws and the whole lot. So I just have to get the nylock nut, and I'll cut that flush. I'll cut that flush then when I get the nylock. I have thousands of M5 here, but no nylock, so I'll have to go and get a bag of them. So there you are, and 7-3, and thanks for watching. This is George, EI 7 Kilo Oscar.